Lost their opener Monday to the Niners, but it's not all bad for the Jets. Remember, last year they started 1-0. This year they start 0-1. But last year, Aaron Rodgers got hurt after 4 plays. This year, Aaron Rodgers walked off the field to some degree with a smile on his face. Head coach Robert Saleh said something really interesting. He said it feels better now at 0-1 than then at 1-0. I found the quote incredibly fascinating. Wanted to make sure you at home saw this because it's wild. A head coach saying, yo, I feel better about having a losing start than a winning start. But Shady, do you agree with Saleh's comments?
You know, I actually like Robert Saleh, though. I know people don't like him, but I like him a lot. I agree with him. I get what he's trying to say. He's like, hey, listen, last year we started 1-0, right? Aaron got hurt, then Zach Wilson takes over, right? He averaged about, what, 2 games he started, 1-2. Averaging 160 yards, like Justin Fields, kind of, without their running ability. So I get what he's saying of keeping Aaron Rodgers. We have him. He's going to get better. He had no preseason games, right? He missed the whole last year. And having a guy like that in the locker room, we did see some of his plays, right? Down the sideline to Lazar, right? He made some plays. Garrett Wilson up top, back shoulder. So I think having Aaron Rodgers there, he feels more comfortable, especially for the defense. Defense like, yo, at least we're going to have some type of movement on offense. Yeah. Compared to having Zach Wilson at quarterback. Yeah.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. As a fan of football, I feel much better about where the Jets are this year than they were when they were last year. I think it's a lie to say that these are the same old Jets, not based upon what we saw against the San Francisco 49ers. Again, the Jets lost to the Niners by roughly 12 points. The Niners, on average, beat everybody last year by roughly 19 points. The Niners did to the Jets what other people do, what the Niners do to everybody else. But when I think about the Jets, they look competent on offense. They look competent. Aaron Rodgers looked competent on offense, and Robert Saleh will fix the defense. Mm-hmm. That was a problem with the Jets versus the Niners was the defense. But I trust a defensive-minded head coach to fix the defense. C.J. Mosley, he will be there. He will be healthier. Quincy Williams, Quinnen Williams, I do believe that interior, they will be better. Not to mention, only so many teams can bludgeon the Jets like the Niners bludgeon the Jets. I do not look at the Niners game versus the Jets and foreshadow that as how the Jets season's going to go. I actually feel a lot better about the Jets.
It's not wild at all. You know, we're talking about, is this some interesting conversation, 0-1? It doesn't really matter in that locker room. They want to be 1-0. But I take myself into the locker room in that team meeting on Monday, or on Tuesday, I guess, because they played Monday night. And to hear Saleh say that publicly, he definitely said it to the team. Yeah. So he took accountability for his actions. Because I don't think and I say his actions, he didn't coach a very good game. At all. He'd be the first one to tell you that. So it's not any news to anyone. It's like he has that work cut out for him on the defense side of the football. Yeah. Right? I understand they played the 49ers. I understand that they're a good team. But at the end of the day, it's got to be him to fix it. And he even said, I need to fix it. Now, on the offense side of the ball, they looked okay. Mm-hmm. And Aaron Rodgers looked fine. But they got to find someone else other than Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson to touch that football. Yeah, they're the only 2 people that touched the football in the first half. You just said it. Mike Williams, I played with him. He gives you a whole nother dynamic. Yeah. Mike Williams is I'm telling you right now, if he gets healthy and they have a 1-2 punch with Garrett Wilson and Mike Williams, and then Breece Hall running the football, Aaron Rodgers doing his thing, that offensive line was a little rusty. I'm telling you, they could get really good on offense really fast. I think it comes down to Mike Williams, though.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with him. Now, I wouldn't agree with him if this was, if they played the Patriots. Mm-hmm.
You talking about the Bengals again. How's that?
You know what I'm saying? I'd be nervous. But last year, after 4 plays, we knew it was over for the Jets. Yeah. We knew that. Now we're coming here now in week 2, and you still have Aaron Rodgers under center, and you played a really good football team. And on offense, you didn't really play that bad. I'm looking right here. The Jets was 6 of 10 on 3rd down. Allen Lazard dropped that 3rd down. And my man Garrett Wilson, just lazy, didn't get his feet down on another 3rd down. You could have been 8 out of 10 on 3rd down. That's really good offense. You didn't play bad. Now, defensively, that's a whole nother problem. That's a separate team meeting. Yep. All right, defense, come up over here.
Let's
talk. That's a different team meeting. But like you said, it's not too many teams built like that could just do that to the Jets. They should feel encouraged by the way they played on offense, and you should feel encouraged that it's not too many teams that can do what the Niners did defensively.
Was there ever a point, because for me, and this is weird, watching the game, Jets-Niners, I never felt the Jets were out of it until, like, they pulled out Aaron Rodgers with, like, 6 minutes left in the 4th. It was 16-7, 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, but I was always like, Rodgers could get hot. And then remember, he made that Allen Lazard play, on the quick free play, and then I was like, here go Rodgers again. Whereas, if y'all remember Zach Wilson last year when he took over, versus the Dallas Cowboys. I think they scored on the first or second possession. But as soon as the Cowboys got up, I was like, okay, what other games is on?
It's over.
Because I knew it was over. But with Rodgers under center, after I saw him march down the field on that second or third drive of the game, after I saw him get that free play touchdown, I was saying to myself, because Rodgers is there is a chance. That's why I got confidence, not just in the micro of that game, but in the season. As long as Rodgers is there, I'm like, there is a chance.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers gives them hope. I mean, that you and every other New York Jets fan that's been dying for a playoff win in the last 13 seasons, I don't think they have one. And so at the end of the day, if you come in and you give Aaron Rodgers all that responsibility, right? He was pretty much the de facto GM because they gave him everything he wanted. And then you get hurt 4 plays in. This is the year to show me, though, right? This is the year. And you didn't do anything in the first game to show me you can't do it. All right? There were some things that came along in the game, like, he does look a little rusty. We talked about it, about the staying in the pocket versus, like, getting outside of the pocket and plays, because that's who Rodgers is. Rodgers isn't this savant at pocket passing, right? He likes to get out on the move. So at the end of the day, he gives them hope, and I think that's more than anything what the Jets need.
Shady, does Rodgers have enough help? Obviously, week 1, you see the Niners. Niners got everybody and their mom out there, from Kittles to Debo's to Ayuk's. McCaffrey ain't even play. They had an offensive line to go crazy. They got a wizard of an offensive-minded head coach. You think Rodgers has enough help in this day and age of the NFL to compete?
I mean, I think so. All right, solid offensive line. I didn't think the offensive line played bad. Last game against the Niners was really, really good defense. Mike Williams, right? Once he gets more healthy, I think he'll be that extra help that they need. But I need A-Rod to show me something, though, right? I know you're over there patting him on the back like they didn't lose, like he played great, because he didn't play that well. He played okay, right? Offensively, they didn't do a lot, like you're acting like they did, because they didn't. All I'm saying is I need to see more from him. He the big name. He the big shot. He the GOAT.
That's why we give him
right?
hope.
All right, so when we keep talking about he needs more help, I need him to show me. You show me what's up, because I didn't see all that last game. But I am optimistic because they do got the Titans, Patriots, and the Broncos. That should be some more like confidence boosters right there. But I need to see A-Rod be better.
And not only that, like last year before the 4 plays, he didn't even have this. And we was giving him a chance. You know what I mean? Then you get Mike Williams in the building to go along with Garrett Wilson. You got Breece Hall healthy. He has enough. They just got to, so let's settle in. This is his first game in a year playing football.
That's why I'm not panicking.
That's it. Let's settle in. Let's get some chemistry. They'll be all right.
But we do
Preseason would have helped.
But
you know
all I'm saying is that he does have to play better. Can we all agree with that?
100%.
Okay, all right. Because I know Aaron Rodgers.
The whole offense.
Oh, my God, no. He needs to play better.
You know that.
No doubt about it. Well, when we return, we're staying in the quarterback room. Josh Allen, get this, he's 11-2 versus the Miami Dolphins. It's hard to be more dominant than that. He absolutely owns the Dolphins. They play tomorrow. It will be an epic matchup. But can Josh Allen's dominance continue? How long will Superman of the NFL weekend? An absolute shocker. And Joe Burrow was out there. Keep in mind, Joe Burrow, the only person not named Tom Brady to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. That's how good Joe Burrow and his Bengals teams are. But he only threw for 164 yards. He didn't throw a touchdown. It doesn't get any easier for an NFL team, particularly the Cincinnati Bengals, than facing the New England Patriots at home. At least that's what the Vegas odds makers say. The Patriots have a rookie head coach. They have a journeyman quarterback. They do not have a ton of talent offensively. They are not supposed to be a good team. Yet somehow, Shady, the Bengals still lost. T. Higgins did not play. Jamar Chase held out the majority of camp. Should Bengals fans be nervous? How nervous should they be?
No, this is what they do. And it's weird to say that, but like they're a good team. They start slow. Look. Last year they started 1-3. Joe Burrow came back to finish 9-8. 2022 they started out 0-2, finished 12-4. Like I can keep going over and over. And this is what they do. They start off slow. Jamar Chase talked about it. And then another thing is Higgins didn't play. Your number 2 wide receiver was really, really good. And then Jamar Chase, he's been up and down with the contract and can't. So I guess getting the gel and the bond with the offense wasn't there. I think they're a really good team. I think they lose this week to the Chiefs. But I think going forward, I think about week 4, you'll see them guys come back together and look like the old Bengals.
To Shady's point, the Bengals are 1-10 since 2019 under Zach Taylor, which is easily the worst record in the NFL in the first 2 weeks of the season. 1-10. All right. When Burrow was healthy, though, because he missed 7 games in 23, and he missed 2020 7 games as well. And 2022 and 2021. They lost in the Super Bowl and they lost in the AFC Championship game. So a little nervous, yeah, but at the end of the day, this offense, for whatever reason, this Zach Taylor-led team, they start slow. That's who they are. Like Shady's point, we knew that going in. So I don't have an issue necessarily with that. But man, New England played well. Like, I know this is a conversation about Cincy, but New England played really well on defense. It seemed like Cincy had no answers for their man coverage. They were coming up. They were pressing their guys. That fumble at the end zone,
Big play.
huge play in the game. He would have had a touchdown.
Correct.
They only ran 51 plays.